Welcome back, everyone. Hi, if you're new, my name is Tori and I make book-related videos every week. So I know a few months ago I said, oh, I don't foresee myself doing another book haul on this channel. Well, here we are. I've bought so many books in the past several months, and I'm only going to show you 8 of them. If this is a science fiction fantasy haul, adult sci-fi fantasy haul, so if that sounds like your kind of thing, let's get started. The first book is Astrophysics for People in a Hurry, and this is by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I love Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast, Star Talk, and I feel like a lot of science fiction fans, whether it's, you watch movies or read books, we're all obsessed with space. I love just concepts about space and talking about it. I'm a huge space nerd. It's so fascinating to me, and I really can't get enough of it. So this is a work of nonfiction, and basically Neil deGrasse Tyson is grappling with all of those questions that we have about time and space and mysteries of the universe, and really boiling them down into this small, condensed book. Let me know if you've read this, or if you're also classify yourself as a space nerd, because that's a cool thing to be. The next book I have here is Dahlgren, and this is by Samuel R. Delany. This is the SF Masterworks edition, and I am slowly getting into Delany's work. I have Babel 17 on my Kindle, read a little bit of it, haven't finished it yet, but I'm just so excited to continue on with his work. And in this, like I said, even though it's considered a sci-fi classic, it also has a pretty large cult following. People love this book, love dissecting it, talking about it. It sounds so cool. So in this takes place in the fictional Midwestern town of Bologna, and the town is really experiencing a lot of chaos, and things are just kind of weird. And so one day, this main character named the Kid walks into the town and really starts connecting with some of the survivors that are left in this town. And that's really all I know about this so far. The back of the book describes this as being hugely controversial. No idea why, but I'm really curious to get into this and see what controversial concepts come up. So this next one, oh my gosh, okay, I'm just going to show you. There's no intro here. The next one is Metro 2033, and this is by Dmitry Glukovsky. I love the Metro video games. Love them, played them several times. They're amazing. But I have never read the source material. There are like 3 books, Metro 2033, 2034, and 2035. And so, but this first one, much like Dahlgren, has a cult following. People are obsessed. I can't believe I've never read this before, considering the fact that I've played the heck out of the games. But in Metro 2033, this is a post-apocalyptic novel, and pretty much all of humanity has been wiped out. There are like 1,000 people left, and they all live in the Moscow metro station, and along the station there are different communities at different stops and things like that. And so one of the communities in this station is being threatened, and one of the people in the community named Artyom, he steps up, takes the lead, and he not only goes to investigate what is going on, but he also makes his way through the metro and kind of warning people, it sounds like, of the things that are happening and the threat that is imminent outside. And so I can't wait to get to this. Seriously, you guys, if you have played the games, let me know down in the comments, or if you have read this but haven't played it, just let me know. We should talk about it, because I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that I have not read this before, but it's gonna happen soon. The next book, I'll just get to it because it fell off my lap and clearly wants to be discussed, is We Are Unprepared, and this is by Meg Little Riley. I had never heard of this before. I browse my local used bookstore all the time, and I'm always scanning the shelves. And so this was in the sci-fi section, and all I saw was the title, pulled it out, and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. And then when I started reading it, though, it really reminds me of We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. It just really gave me those vibes, and I really enjoyed that book. So I picked this up. And in this, we're following a married couple, and they have moved from, it sounds like, Vermont to Brooklyn. And they're having a few problems in their marriage. And there is this impending superstorm that is coming and just kind of threatening destruction for their community, but also for their marriage. So that's really all I know about that. It sounds like we just have this town preparing for ultimate destruction, and kind of that in that vein, that's why it reminds me of We All Looked Up, because there's this meteor coming toward Earth, and we're following this cast of teenagers and how they grapple with that. But it's like the book is not about the end of the world. It's more about how people use the time that they have left, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so this kind of gives me those vibes, and so we'll see where this goes. This next one, also really looking forward to it. This is Time's Convert, and this is by Deborah Harkness, and this is a prequel to the All Souls trilogy. I've only read books 1 and 2, so Discovery of Witches and Shadow of Night, and the third one is the Book of Life, which I haven't gotten to, but this one is the prequel, and I will have to read, obviously, the third book before I get to this. But I saw it and I was like, I need you, and so I just took it home. I mean, I paid for it, but like I took it home. So this is set way before Diana. This is following Matthew during the American Revolution, and it starts when Matthew meets Marcus, who's also a major character in the All Souls trilogy. And so Matthew ends up turning Marcus into a vampire, and they're just kind of, it sounds like, going about their lives as an old vampire, a new vampire, and just how Marcus struggles with that, and how Matthew is just going about his life. And then so that's the American Revolution, but then also it sounds like we're in contemporary Paris, and this main character named Phoebe is also on her way to becoming a vampire. And oh, it sounds so good, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how Deborah Harkness will tie this prequel into the main storyline, and how Diana Bishop will come in. So I was really nosy, and like I couldn't really wait, so I just briefly was flipping through the pages. I didn't read anything, but I did see the last name Bishop, and I was like, oh, how is this gonna happen? So anyways, but if you've read this, let me know if it, you know, how it stands up to the trilogy and that kind of thing. No spoilers, please, but oh, I'm so excited to read this. I love the All Souls books. This next book has been everywhere. I seriously could not open up my Instagram without seeing somebody talk about this book. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. It just sounds so great. It's been on my wish list for months now, and that is Gideon the Ninth, and this is by Tamsin Muir. Truthfully, you guys, I have no idea what this book is about. The only thing I know for sure is that we are following lesbian necromancers in space. And you know what? That is really all I need to know. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't really want to even read the synopsis on the inside jacket. That is enough for me. So I will be getting to this hopefully before the end of the year. I'm going to squeeze this into my TBR somewhere. So, oh my gosh, let me know if you've already read this, because this is definitely getting some hype and going around. And then this next book, picked up on a total whim. It just sounded interesting, and that's 14 by Peter Clines. This sounds so creepy. We're following this main character, Nate, and he moves into this apartment in LA. And when he moves in there, he starts not only meeting his neighbors, but finding out that there are some really strange and creepy secrets that are tying all of the units together in the apartment. It sounds a little, the description on the back sounds a little disturbing. It says padlocked doors, strange light fixtures, and mutant cockroaches. That is seriously enough to just send me right in the other direction. But Nate sticks around, it sounds like. And for some reason, this is getting compared to Lost. So if I've never watched Lost, never saw one episode of it, but if you're a fan of Lost, this sounds like it might be up your alley. But yeah, it says it's a riveting apocalyptic mystery in the style of Lost. And I was like, well, I don't know about Lost, but the description sounds cool. And so a lot of the books that I am showing you were books that I got from my used bookstore. I frequent my used bookstore, and so I pay like $5 for some of these books, and it's truly amazing. And this next one, did not get it from a used bookstore. Got this brand spanking new, cannot wait to read it. I really love this author. I haven't read her trilogy, but I enjoy the duology that she has. I just really like her writing style and her ability to craft worlds. And I can't wait to get to this, and that's Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is one of my anticipated reads for the year. So this is Leigh Bardugo's debut adult fantasy novel. I read the Six of Crows duology. I loved Six of Crows. Crooked Kingdom was just okay. I wasn't buying a lot of the things that were happening in Crooked Kingdom, like a lot of the things that they were doing to solve their problems, and I was just like, really? Like, how did we get here? But anyways, Six of Crows I thought was great. So This one, Ninth House, this is an urban fantasy novel. This young woman named Alex Stern, she gets into a car accident and she's in the hospital fighting for her life. And this benefactor, this strange man comes and he offers her a full ride to Yale with the condition that she investigates some of the secret societies at the university. And this is her, you know, he's this strange benefactor and she has no idea what is going on, but she goes to Yale and Alex gets wrapped up in the things that are going on there, and it just sounds so good. I'm still reading The Rage of Dragons, you guys. I seriously might put that book down and read Ninth House, because this sounds like what I need. It just sounds perfect for fall. So fingers crossed that I really enjoyed this one. That is it for me, you guys. Those are all of the books some of the books that I've bought in the last few weeks, couple months. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.